From the University of Queensland are confident they'll be able to develop a vaccine for the deadly coronavirus. The university has been asked by the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations to develop a vaccine using UQ's recently developed rapid response technology. Reporter Lexi Hamilton-Smith has more.
I have one of the lead researchers here from the University of Queensland team, Dr Keith Chappell. He's been tasked with an extremely difficult job. It really is a race against time, isn't it?
Absolutely. We've been preparing for a situation such as this for the last 12 months, but now we're working around the clock to try and get something as soon as possible.
When I first heard of this initiative, I was thinking surely 2 years away, but you're fast tracking. How quickly can it happen?
So our goal is to have something that proves to be safe and effective within 6 months, and then manufacture to get it out there as soon as possible.
And developing a vaccine within initially 16 weeks, I understand.
That's correct. You know, we're aiming to have something that's ready to go into humans in 16 weeks' time if we can achieve that. But there's obviously a lot of steps and a lot of unknowns ahead of us.
Just tell us, how can you do this? The coronavirus is a bit like the flu virus, I understand, but you're going to mimic that virus.
Yeah, so we've been working on platform technology for a number of years now that it's applicable to a whole range of virus. We've shown previously that it works for things like Ebola virus, Nipah virus, MERS coronavirus, flu, a whole range of things. So it's just about applying our technology to this new outbreak.
And how do you feel about this project? I mean, it's a desperate race. We've got people dying still every day. We've got 18 million people now being contained in China. How do you feel about that personally? It's a big job to have on your head.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. I guess I take some consolence in that there are 3 separate groups around the world. We're not the only one. The hope is that one of these teams will be successful. So, we'll do what we can and try our best.
Okay, and we need this, literally, if we don't contain this virus, what is the biggest fear?
So the biggest fear is that this spreads uncontrolled and moves beyond China. We don't know at this stage. There are too many unknowns. So our goal is to stay one step ahead and prepare a vaccine on the scale that's needed. So we're preparing for a worst case scenario.
Okay, and just finally, is this as frightening as the SARS virus that we saw, some 10 years ago?
Absolutely. At this time, the unknowns are what's scary. We don't know how easily transmissible this virus is, and until we have a better idea of that, we don't know the scale that it's going to be. Hopefully, the Chinese are putting in great containment efforts over in China to try and stamp this out quickly, so hopefully we won't be needed at all and this will be all under control long before we get something that's ready for use.
Thanks, Dr Chappell, for your time. As we said, an extremely big job for you. I'd better let you get back to it straight away. Thank you. So as we heard, a vaccine potentially developed within 16 weeks, clinical trials underway, 6 months to a year even, rapid response to get this vaccine used as a containment measure into China.